Hello, welcome back to the channel. It is Dan, Nocturne Knives, coming at you today with a quick unboxing video. This is a knife that has been on pre-order for a while. I've been excited to get it in hand. And without further ado, let's get into it. To unbox it, I have this Vero Mini Impulse. I literally just picked this up from a guy on Reddit today. So, pretty excited about this too. Little double new knife day. But let's get into it. Alright, some of you might recognize this box already. Sharp by Design. That is Brian Nadeau. And here we go, still covered up. Boom. Got the Sharp by Design Apex. This variant with the red aluminum insert, black handle, flipper, and Tanto blade. Oh yeah, I've been looking forward to this one for a little while now. Been on pre-order for a while, a few delays, but it's finally come in. And first impressions, action is sweet. Great action, as is standard for the Sharp by Design Rayot collaborations. Action is phenomenal already, even with no break-in, glides shut, fires open super nicely. Aesthetically, this thing looks pretty wicked. The red and the black is awesome. This blade shape, the Tanto, it's got a hollow grind here, flat grind up here. Looks sick, in my opinion. Decently thin, not crazy thin. I'll measure that in a second. We'll see what we're looking at. Got this nice satin finish. I love the big opening hole on this. That's really nice. Makes middle finger flicking incredibly satisfying on this. That's beautiful for a middle finger flick. Closing, super easy. I went with the flipper version on this specifically so that when I disengage the lock bar, the flipper tab falls onto my thumb and I can shake it the rest of the way. Instead of disengaging the lock bar and having the blade come around and fall onto my thumb. I really hate when knives do that. That's one of the reasons I did not go for the front flipper. And then also I have a lot of front flippers. And one among them is this Sharp by Design Mini Tempest. Got a front flipper right here, so two Sharp by Design front flippers seemed maybe a little redundant. While I have this here, we'll do a few comparisons. Look at the kind of size, thickness, all that kind of stuff. Overall size is almost identical. The Apex is just barely longer in both the handle and blade, but it's really close. So yeah, overall you're looking at like an 1/8 inch difference right here, with the Apex being just a little bit larger. And then take a look at thickness. Apex is coming in a little bit thicker than the Mini Tempest, and yep, just a little bit wider, so a little bit bigger in pretty much every dimension. I really like this Mini Tempest. The action, you can see it's just incredible. This has Skiff's bearings in it, and it's been breaking in. Action is wonderful. This, I expect, should achieve a similar action in time, and with some Skiff bearings possibly. One thing I do really like about this Apex is the big slot for middle finger flicking. On this Mini Tempest, you can middle finger flick it, but you only have this little fuller to get into, so you kind of have to jam your finger in, and it's doable, but just a little bit awkward. With this Apex, incredibly easy, effortless to middle finger flick. And the flipper tab is really well positioned. It's not sharp or pokey at all. Take a look at that. See those big chamfers? Really well positioned. Give it a pull and it fires open. I don't think... Yeah, I'm not sure I could fail this. See, yeah, I have to really work at it to fail it. So, pretty much super reliable flipper. Middle finger reflick, super reliable. Now, let's take a look at the ergos. I've heard some people complain about this pocket clip being a hot spot. You put it in hand. Yeah, definitely getting some action off that clip. I might have to do something about that. Being up near the top of the handle here, it pokes in right here. You can see actually this little red spot. That's where the clip's hitting my hand. So if I'm in a hammer grip and I squeeze, yeah, really stabbing into my hand right there. You can see right there where the clip is stabbing in. And it's kind of sharp up here at the top. Brian has kind of a habit of making the top of his clips a little bit on the sharp side. You can see it on here as well. And yeah, this clip ergonomically is much better because it's in the middle of the handle. So you have it's not sticking up or out nearly as much. It really tucks into your hand and you don't really notice it much. This clip though, being all the way at the top of the handle, it really sticks out into your hand a lot. Yeah, that is pretty annoying. I think I might be able to fix that. I'm not sure. Soften those edges up a little, grind this down, refinish it. I probably will look into doing that if I decide that this is a keeper. Sintering is perfect. Yep, absolutely dead on. No blade play. Drops super easy, just glides shut. Yeah, in terms of construction quality, it's phenomenal. These inlays, feeling very well done. You can feel just a little transition up here. Not bad though. And around here, just a slight transition, but it's very minor. Pretty happy with that. The fitment in the back here is very nice and smooth. You don't feel that seam at all. I love how he does these with the two-piece construction. They meet at the back, no standoffs, just two screws. You got a clip screw, which comes into the body, and then you have the pivot screw. That's the only thing holding it together. I think that's a really cool design and aesthetic. It makes it really simple, and I think it looks really clean, especially on this side. You only have the pivot screw. You can see it's the same way on this Mini Tempest. Yeah, first impressions, action, super nice. Ergonomics could be worked on. This pocket clip is a problem. Get some caliper measurements here. So on the handle, overall thickness 0.54, so a little on the thick side. Blade stock, we're looking at 0.157. Behind the edge, we're looking at 18 thousandths, 18.5 thousandths, something like that, 19 thousandths, something in that range. About just slightly under 20 thousandths behind the edge. Not bad, not bad. I kind of wish it were thinner. I would like it if it were thinner. That'd be cool. Take a look up in the Tanto portion. So actually about the same up in the Tanto portion, 19 thousandths. It's just the Tanto is flat ground. This main section is hollow. Yeah, pretty good. It's not bad. I wish it were coming in at like 12 thousandths. That would be awesome. But as it is, I think I can live with it. Height, you're looking at 1.21 inches. And now here's something that Rayot has inexplicably been doing, is at the plunge grind here, they're just leaving it short. The edge, the plunge grind doesn't quite clear the edge. You can see that here. And they've left this little dull spot here at the heel of the edge. I don't know why they've been doing it lately, because historically they've been very good at that. You can see it here. Edge clears the plunge grind, and there's no flare, and it's sharp all the way back. And now on this, they've just decided to miss the plunge grind, just have that edge meet the plunge grind, and then leave the last 16th or so of the edge unsharpened. It's just strange. I don't know why they're doing it, and you can see it on a lot of knives they make. It's just strange. I don't appreciate it. When I go to sharpen this, I'm going to have to extend this sharpening choil to make sure that it clears the cutting edge. That's just going to be a hassle, not something I want to do, but it is doable. The stop pin is way back here, interfaces with some material that's up behind this flipper, so there's no problem with extending the choil. I just am a little annoyed that I'll have to do it. Now here you take a look at something like this. Here's the Vero Engineering Mini Synapse. You can see the sharpening choil is nice and big, and it clears that plunge grind by a lot. You have a lot of space in there to sharpen. So that's going to be super easy to work on. Won't need to extend that sharpening choil for a long time. So yeah, definitely a few issues with this knife. It's super well made. The design is really cool. Looks amazing. The materials look great. The blade is S90V. Not sure how it's heat treated, but I'm excited to check out how they're doing the S90V. The pocket clip positioning is, it's not ideal in my opinion, and it's also very sharp. And then this plunge grind is pretty subpar. The plunge grind and the sharpening at the heel are not well done. Take a look at the factory edge, and solid factory edge. Riyot usually does a pretty good job in terms of sharpness on their factory edges, so that's pretty par for the course. In the Tanto portion, let's see. Yep, not bad. Solid, reasonable sharpness. I'm not blown away by it, but I'm not disappointed. Alright, and there's some first impressions of this knife, the Sharp by Design Apex. This one with Tanto blade, black handle. I hope you found this video interesting, and I would love to hear your thoughts about this knife, Sharp by Design in the general, Riyot, whatever, anything like that. Go drop a comment down below. Let me know. While you're down there, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe button if you like knives, sharpening content, all that sorts of stuff. I would definitely appreciate it. And with all that said, thank you very much for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one.